UnWholly has many different type of characters in the book, and some have the same problems as people in Unwind, like Maricolina and Lev have the same type of problems, and Roland and Starkey have the same type of problems. Connor is more the self-destructive type that is a humble leader, and you can see that a lot in UnWholly. And Starkey is the type that wants to rise through the ranks until he's all the way at the top, just like Roland was in Unwind. Now, Maricolina is the type of person that believes in her fate, and she thinks her fate is to be tithed, just like Lev was in the beginning of Unwind. Now, Lev is an emotionally unstable, but firm standing in his belief. He's that type of person. And we can see that throughout the whole entire book, because you see that he doesn't stand for unwinding. He doesn't like his past of being a tithe. And in the book, UnWholly, Risa is very unsure of what she wants, but in Unwind, she was very, very firm in what she wanted. She was kind of a role model in Unwind, but now UnWholly, she's more of a mess.
UnWholly starts with the introduction of the characters Starkey and Maricolina, as well as providing a peek into the lives of the characters from the previous book, like Lev, Connor, and Risa. At this time, most of the characters are scattered everywhere. There are several storylines in this book, so there are multiple conflicts. The conflict for Starkey and Connor is Starkey's hunger for power and Connor's complete obliviousness to it. He doesn't understand what's going on. All he wants to do is protect the Unwinds. The conflict for Lev is trying to live down what he did in the first book, which was he tried to blow himself up. Maricolina just wants to know what her purpose in life is, which was all changed when she wasn't tied like she had planned. Risa wants to keep everyone she cares about safe, and it gradually becomes more difficult for her as the story goes on. And the character Cam is struggling to be accepted by the world for who he is. The conflict builds as Starkey continues to plot without Connor's knowledge, which prevents Connor from protecting himself from what's going to happen eventually. Lev and Maricolina's storylines begin to intertwine, as do Risa and Cam's. One of the most intense moments in the story is when there are Juvies attacking the camp of Unwinds, and it looks like there's no way out. Now, while many of the main characters remain separated throughout the whole book, they still manage to influence each other's lives.
There are two main groups, supporters of unwinding and the resistance. Supporters are mainly made up of parents and people who lived through the war that was ended through unwinding. The resistance is mainly made up of kids who are being unwind. Unwinding is basically classified as the state of being invited, what happens to your soul. Society is trying to create perfect people, smart, musical, and impressionable. The society seems like they have all the solutions to any problems, but what they fail to forget is the feelings of the unwinds. They fail to think about if they would start an uprising. All the main characters are with the resistance.
Some of the themes of UnWholly actually relates to the first book, Unwind, of how it was so much of a survivalist / quick thought sort of motive throughout the whole entire book. Survivalist being of how you see all these people, AWOLs, just running away and not trying, they don't want to die, because that's like the whole entire motive of being unwinded. People think you actually die, but more so it's just you being taken apart. Another thought is about quick thinking and how quick thinking it could actually be a really big difference throughout this whole entire book, and how you could either die or you can still live, of how we still think about it. Also with the motive of it being more and more like the first book and how it has so many characteristics of it.